As prosecutors close in on a possible indictment of Hunter Biden, House Oversight Republicans are preparing to release shocking new evidence on the Biden family's business deals this morning. Joining us now, George Washington University Law School professor and Fox News contributor, Jonathan Turley. Good morning, Jonathan.
Thank you, Ainsley.
Well, thanks for coming on. What do you think will happen when it comes to Hunter Biden this week? Because we hear indictments. We also have the Oversight Committee looking into this, and then they have the big press conference today at 9 a.m.
Well, there's been a great concern on Capitol Hill with the narrowness of the reported criminal investigation out of Delaware. They're just looking at tax and gun violations according to leaks. Now, that doesn't mean that those are accurate, but the most notable omission is any FARA violation. That is the law that says that you have to register as a foreign agent. Just a few years ago, the Department of Justice was handing out FARA charges like they were candy during the Trump administration. And a lot of people don't understand how Paul Manafort could be indicted under FARA, but not someone like Hunter Biden. So those are questions that we're going to be looking at as to what are the foreign connections to these transactions. But the detail here is going to make a lot of people uncomfortable, particularly in the media. You know, it's been a competition of how long you could keep your eyes closed and hold your breath when it came to the Hunter Biden scandal. At some point, the media is going to have to cover this influence peddling scandal.
Okay, let's also talk about the jury finding Trump liable in that civil sex abuse case of E. Jean Carroll. He has to pay her $5 million. He says that this is a disgrace. The verdict's a disgrace. He will appeal. She says it's a win for every woman. I'm going to play a soundbite of his deposition. This was a year ago, and he was confusing. He looked at a picture of E. Jean Carroll, and he said, oh, that's Marla Maples, his ex-wife. I want to find out from you how big of a part this played. Listen to the soundbite.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla, yeah. That's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to?
No,
Here.
Carroll.
Oh, is that?
The person you just pointed to was E. Jean Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
Point, your wife. And the woman on the right is your then wife,
I don't know.
Ivana?
This was the picture.
Ivana.
I assume that's John Johnson. Is that?
That's Carroll.
Because it's very blurry.
Jonathan?
Yeah, that was pretty devastating. It doesn't show his counsel, who was likely in a tight fetal position when he was doing that. I mean, he had just said that he wasn't attracted to someone like this and then confused her with his wife. So that's going to be obviously devastating. That was only one of the devastating moments in the courtroom when they showed that tape. This judge could face some appellate scrutiny and even some skepticism over the range of evidence allowed at trial. That include the Access Hollywood tape, which was very prejudicial. And a number of us were surprised the court allowed that in. Also allowed in live testimony from women who say that they were assaulted by the former president. That's the most promising area of appeal for Trump, but it's going to be a very difficult challenge for him. These types of fact-based decisions, these verdicts, go up to the Court of Appeals and they're sort of iron-plated. The Court of Appeals doesn't overturn fact determinations by the jury. There's a lot of evidence here to support what they are suggesting. Remember, they have to be just clearly erroneous. So it's not, I disagree with them. It's got to be, they really didn't have a basis for that. So his best shot is to say that the whole trial was an error because of the range of evidence allowed by the court.
Or what about the fact that she didn't remember when this happened, the year that it happened, and he said something to the effect of, why didn't you scream? And she said, how dare you ask me that? They were in a department store, according to her reports. We'll have to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Real quickly,
yeah,
Jonathan.
and his not being at the trial, I think, had a devastating impact on that jury.
Really? All right, thank you so much. Always nice to have you weigh in.
Thanks, Hensley.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.